Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to ask, how does your twin flame feel about you and what action do they want to take at this time? We're going to use the same deck for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine today. Please feel free to switch roles if you relate to the other side, as we are all the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Your Divine Masculine is on your right side and your divine feminine is on your left side, okay? And we are integrating both. Also, I'm going to be clarifying the divine masculine with this deck and clarifying the divine feminine with this deck. So it's going to be a little bit different today with this type of deck, but we're going to try to figure out, how does your twin flame feel about you? Also, I am offering 10-minute free readings to all of my new subscribers. If you're interested, please email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. You can see my email in the description box below. And thank you to all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. And I really appreciate you and all of your support of my channel. Thank you. Okay, so how does your twin flame feel about you? Two cards. We're going to pull two cards. How does your twin flame feel about you? Or or maybe you're the DM, right? How does your, well, it doesn't matter for the DM or DF. We're just going to say, for the DMs, how does the DM feel about their DF? That's how we'll word this. Okay, two cards. How does the DM feel about their DF? And again, you take which side resonates for you. Two cards. How does the DM feel about their DF? Oh, all right. Well, we got 6 of Cups and we have 8 of Wands. Woohoo! Well, how do they feel? Well, this is memories of love. 6 of Cups. They have nothing but memories of love of you. How they feel love. They feel, like they're thinking about the past. They're thinking about how wonderful it was with you. Also, we have 8 of Wands here. That's all they feel like they want to give you a message here. They feel like they would love to send you some kind of quick message, some kind of hello, check up on you. Okay, that's how they feel right now. Let's get a clarifier for the DMs. Okay, why is the 6 of Cups here with the 8 of Wands for the Divine Masculine Collective? How does Divine Masculine feel about their Divine Feminine? How does Divine Masculine feel about their Divine Feminine? And why is the 6 of Cups here with the 8 of Wands? One card, please. There we go. One card. Okay. So we got butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness, and hope return. That's interesting. Butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness, and hope return. Now, it did come out reversed, not gonna lie. It did come out reversed. So what this is telling me is that they're coming out of this. So that's good. It's like they're, so do you see how gloomy she looks? Okay. This beautiful butterfly. Okay. It says after sadness. So I feel like they are coming out of this, because at this time, this particular person is in gloom. Okay. And so I feel like your Divine Masculine is coming out of this gloom. Okay. And instead they're feeling kind of happy about the memories. They're thinking about you. They're thinking loving thoughts, and so much so that they want to come to you with a message. Okay, now just so you know, there is something very particular that you need to do in order to receive this message from your twin flame. I am going to do coaching videos on this to help you. If you're interested in a coaching video one-on-one over the phone, I can help you with that. But it's not what you think. It's not just you being patient and waiting for your twin flame to give you a message. That's not what this is about. So there is a lot more to this twin flame journey, okay? Because you are actively becoming the divine, okay? So, anyway, yeah, so coming out of this sadness, right? Instead of feeling angry about you or feeling sad about you, I feel like instead they're feeling like pretty lighthearted about you, and so much so that I guess they want to offer you this cupcake here. Or they want to send you a message. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminine. And the divine feminine, how does the divine feminine feel about their divine masculine at this time? 2 cards, please. And again, if you feel like you relate more to the divine masculine side, then that's the side you should take, okay? Whatever resonates with you. So divine feminine, how does the divine feminine feel about their divine masculine? 2 cards, please. Oh. Well, okay. So we have 3 of swords and we have the magician. Okay. So the magician means, the way you feel is that you're trying to manifest this, right? You're trying very hard to you feel for them in such a way that you're trying to manifest this, relationship to be positive, but you're feeling kind of disappointed actually. With your twin flame, you're feeling a bit disappointed with how things are going. And that's because you're probably in the shadows. You're probably not with your highest version of your twin flame. You're probably with the shadow version of your twin flame. So you're feeling pretty disappointed right now. That's how the divine feminine is feeling about their divine masculine. All right, now let's also ask, what action do they want to take right now? I feel like they kind of already answered that, right? They want to send you a message. Kind of feel like it was answered, but let's ask again anyway. 2 cards. What action does the divine masculine want to take with their divine feminine? 2 cards. What action do they want to take? All right. So we have the World card reversed and we have the Star card reversed. That's interesting. So it's like they're not feeling all that hopeful. And and it's a mirror, right? So like if you're feeling disappointed in your twin flame, they would feel that because it's sharing a soul. So it's 2 bodies sharing a soul. So if you are feeling disappointed in your twin flame, then they're not feeling very hopeful. And something hasn't been completed, right? So the completion of a cycle, they haven't completed this cycle yet. They have to complete there's cycles, right? We have to complete to get into the next vibration. So you have to complete a cycle and then you get to go on the next vibration. You get to graduate, right? So when they say completing a cycle, you're moving up. So in the divine masculine stays fixed, right? So if you're at neutrality and you do the work and you let go of your trapped emotions, okay, which by the way, I am going to start doing videos on that to help everyone release trapped emotions. When you get lighter and lighter, you move up in vibrations and then you go to willingness, acceptance, okay? So, but you have to complete a cycle and then you have to balance out at the next vibration. You have to balance out there. So that's what's going on. So they have not completed a cycle. But let me go ahead and get clarification. But we already know that they want to send you a message, right? That's the action they want to take, but they're just not feeling very hopeful. If you're wondering, well, why aren't they sending me a message? Okay. Well, that's why. And they haven't completed their cycle. They're in the shadows and they need to complete 1 cycle to get to the next vibration. But let's pull 1 card for the divine masculine. What action do they want to take? And why is the Star card and World card reversed? Okay. All right, so we have Fiona and the Unicorn, the gift of sacred sight. Now, this is definitely reversed when it came out. So what this tells me is that they're definitely not using their intuition. Definitely not. They're not within, so that makes sense. So that's why they're not able to complete the cycle. They're not using their intuition. Instead, well, it makes sense, right? Because if you're in the shadows, they're in the shadows, and you, the shadows, you can't expect your shadow selves to grow. Okay, so your divine masculine, you really want the highest version of your divine masculine. If you're in the shadow version of your divine masculine, they're not going to grow, they're not going to use their intuition, they're not going to be very hopeful, and well, this particular divine masculine has not completed a cycle. Okay, meanwhile you're manifesting this, but you're a bit disappointed with what's happening. Okay, but just know that the divine feminine wakes up first. Okay, and then the divine masculine follows. So don't stop what you're doing. I am going to start doing coaching videos on this to help everyone get into physical twin flame union. Okay. All right, so let's pull two more cards for the, let's pull two cards for the divine feminine. What action does the divine feminine want to take? Two cards, please. What action does the divine feminine want to take? What action does the divine feminine want to take? That's interesting. Well, we got the paranormal, and then we got the Empress reverse. So that's interesting. So this is kind of like a divine feminine card. So what this is telling me is that, the divine feminine is all about, nurturing yourself, nurturing others, compassion for yourself, compassion for others, being creative, doing your mission, helping others, helping yourself, okay? And so this is the action you should be taking, right? Is working on that, working on your own divine feminine self. Okay. Again, I'm going to do coaching videos on this and what that means to become your highest divine feminine, because that is the way to get into physical twin flame and actually stay. Because some people can get into twin flame union, they just can't stay in it. It's in and out, in and out. They don't want to commit, right? And then the paranormal curiosity. Ooh, what action you want to take is that you want to dive deeper. That's the action you want to take. You want to dive deeper into spirit, into your soul, into the unknown. That's the action the divine feminine wants to take. Yeah, look at that. You're all using your intuition. I love it. That's the action you want to take. You are definitely moving in the right direction. Okay, let's get a clarifier. Why is the paranormal card here with the Empress reversed? Why is this here? What action does the divine feminine want to take? Why is Empress reversed? And why is paranormal here? One card, please, for the divine feminine. There we go. That was a good check. Okay. All right. We have. It's always tea time reversed. It's like you're over it. Like you're over this in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Like you're just like, I'm over it. It's always the same thing. We get back together, and this is what happens. It's the same thing. I always think they're growing. I always think that they're going to be different, but it's not. They're exactly the same. They treat me the same way. They say the same things. They don't want to commit to me. Tea time over and over and over and over. So this is what this is saying. And so what action do you want to take is like you want to get off this roller coaster. You don't want to do this anymore. And you're realizing I am not with my true twin flame. Okay. I am in the shadows. And so you want to dive into the paranormal. You want to, but also you have to balance out your own Empress. Okay. Got to nurture yourself, nurture those around you. It's very important to become the divine feminine. Okay. It's just a mirror. All right. And when you're disappointed in your twin flame, they feel that and then they lose hope. Okay. And just know the shadows are here just to help you get into your highest version of yourself. Okay, so let's pull This deck is a little, they asked me to pull this deck. I try so hard to understand half the things that this is saying with this deck. Sometimes it's a little over my head, but let's just see. We're going to get some guidance here for everyone. We're just going to pull one card. No, you know what? No, they're telling me let's do it for the Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine. What's the guidance for the Divine Masculine? All right. Let's get some guidance for the Divine Masculine, please. What do we got here? Okay. Field of Dreams is reversed. Field of Dreams. Okay, reverse. This is about planting the seeds, right? And so the Divine Masculine, you're not planting the seeds. You're not tilling what you're supposed to be tilling. It's all about, like, what do you want your future to look like, right? You got to plant those seeds. If you're busy not completing a cycle, right? If you're busy not being hopeful, right? The Divine Masculine, you're not using your intuition, right? You're just thinking about the past. What else do we have here? You know, coming out of the gloom, right? Field of Dreams, you gotta use your intuition. You gotta build that dream. You have to work towards it. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, okay, with the Divine Masculine side, okay? So this is upside down. So it's, again, it's a mirror. The Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine are mirroring each other back and forth. It's no one's fault. Nobody is at fault. It's just a journey. We're going up and down, okay? And so this is all about, again, I love what the Divine Feminine's doing. It's about diving deep. Dive deep into the spirit world and get more answers. And going within is what they're telling me. You need to go within. Stop looking outside of yourself for the answers. Your answers are all within. Let's look at the Divine Feminine. I have some guidance for the Divine Feminine, please. Guidance for the Divine Feminine. One card for the Divine Feminine, please. Oh, compass. Huh. We got compass reversed. Interesting, right? So you want to turn this around. So you want to go in the right direction, right? So some of you, so this is what, pointing north. you want, so your intuition's telling you which direction to go into, right? You already know that this is about your soul, your journey back to your soul, right? You know this is about you becoming the Divine Feminine. You know all that, right? So the problem is your compass, it's faced south. I mean, not technically, right? But I'm just saying it's faced in the wrong direction, so you're going the wrong way. But but they're also telling me this is a good thing too. Okay, this is what they're telling me. Because when your compass is going south, all right, this is when you dive into the shadow. This is what they're telling me. They're telling me to get this out again. When your compass is faced this way and you're diving back into the third dimension and you're feeling fear or grief or whatever it is, you feel guilt or shame or anger, disappointment, whatever, this is where you do most of your learning. This is, I can definitely vouch for that. This is where I've done most of my learning. This is where I've gotten my biggest, hugest hits. I mean, big time. Okay. And then, so this is where your shadows are really helping you. Okay. So it's okay when your compass is faced this way. It's supposed to be that way, that we're supposed to dive. And then once we do that, we stumble, we fall, and then we change our compass and we go back up because we've learned something new. I like to say that I love to talk about this analogy where I had a best friend in New York where she would say how every time her sons would really act out, she knew something great was about to happen. Where she knew that they would get this really big milestone every time they faltered. And I never looked at life that way, but that's what she would tell me. I can't wait to see what they learn from this. So that's how we have to be, right? We have to see, like, what are we gonna, when I used to dive, I used to be like, oh wow, I'm having a really bad time. I I can't wait to see what I learn from this. Something big's about to happen. And it always would. And then I always end up learning something huge. And then I would move up and I would complete another cycle. I would move up the next level. And so that's what the compass is all about. Stay on target with that. But either way is fine. If you go this way, just don't stay there. Learn and then flip it over again. All right. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. And again, I'm offering 10-minute free readings for all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.